Morning world, welcome to Tuesday, June the 8th, 2021. Is today the day that everybody gets let out? Is it today? I don't know. Anyway, I'll start without you again. Lotus is already on. Yeah, I put that on first thing when Mikey got in because the barn was open, the trucks were out. This was in the shed. It was just as easy to do it straight away. I didn't have the camera on me and I thought, you know what, if you really want to see me put this on the tractor, I'll just stick a card up there and you can go back and see me do it when I did it last year or something. So okay, so I won't be doing anything until this afternoon because there is still quite a bit of dew on the grass. No point in chucking away wet grass. And it's Tuesday. I'll be visiting my mother in an hour, so I don't particularly want to go covered in cack. So we got to grease this thing up, make sure it's all set up correctly, and then sometime after lunch we'll be going out on the case again and spinning it about. So it's worth doing this every time because grease is cheap, metal's not. Go on, gun. Go on, catch up. They're a devil to get clean, these things. So loosen it up and then blow it out. Basically, while I was greasing up the machine, although the tractor's only been serviced, what's it done? 6-7 hours since the last service. I've got the grease gun out. Doesn't hurt to go around. I mean, there are multiple points, top and bottom on here. So one at the top, one underneath, two on the rams. There's a grease nipple at the front there, another one at the back which I haven't got to yet, on the back of this prop shaft, all the front linkage. Same this side. So that one I've blown out. I just got to clean the cap of the zert or the nipple off. And then around the back here we've got all the link arms, so including little chap hidden in there, look. So grease there, there, both sides, and everything that way is also greased. So all the hay dust I'm about to kick up is going to stick to it everywhere. Okay, now we're done. I will just mention before somebody else points out and says, oh, you should have done this, blah, blah, blah. When you're greasing the front axle, this fella, ideally you take the weight off the front wheels. If you can, you just lift him up a little bit. Now you can do it on your loader. With this one it's usually fairly simple. I used to have a log over there. I still got a bit of a log over there that I used to just drive up to, put the front arms down, because these power up and power down. I would just literally just take the weight. I haven't got to lift them right off the floor, but just take the weight off your front wheels, so the pressure on your bearings inside there is equal all the way around. It just means that the grease gets everywhere. If you always, this is what I was told, so forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm just repeating what I was told at college. If you always grease this chap with on the floor, there's always a chance of a dry spot on your axle, and you know, increased chance of bearing wear. So I didn't do it this time, but next time I'll make sure I will do it, and I'll show you. Lift the front up. Obviously you can't lift it on the axle because that would be pointless, so you need to lift the front of the tractor just off the floor, get the weight off the wheels before you put the grease in there, and just make sure the grease gets all around the bearings properly. Okay, so you're going to tell me now, oh, well, that was right 60 years ago, but it's not now. But do you know what? I learned that at college in the 1980s, and I kind of it's just stuck with me. So, right, there you go. Right, he is greased and ready to go. It is 9:35. I'm off to see my mother. So we'll pick this up again this afternoon. See you then. Right, well, back from visiting mother. She was reasonably chirpy today. I mean, as chirpy as you can be if you're stuck in bed and can't get out of it and can't do anything, and the only thing you've got to do all day is watch your son on telly. Love you, mum. So anyway, got back. Mrs. P said, go down the barn and read the meter, will you? Because they're on us again. You haven't done it. You need to get on and do it. So I'm down reading the meter. So this isn't the electrometer for our house and stuff coming in. This is the electrometer for our solar PV, which is this fella. And that there is the grand total of, if you can see that, of power that we've generated through our solar panels, which are on that roof since we've had it. So where's the dot on there? Can't see a dot. 3,434,753. Right, well, it's quite a lot anyway. So right, so I'll do what I normally do, because the best way to do this is take a picture of it and not with your fingernail. Okay, because once I got a picture of it, I've got a record as well. So I have a folder in my photos which is solar PV. I can send that off now, and I don't know what the last reading was, but that's probably a couple of £100 worth since the last reading, give or take. Looks like the dew is gone. We can go spinning. I'm going to do the spinning after lunch. So before lunch it's drip around the sheep. still doesn't look very happy. Not that I'm surprised. You can go away, and you can. Fly strike is a pretty serious thing for sheep. They can really knock them back. In fact, if we hadn't caught him and treated him when we did, he'd have been dead a few days ago. The fact that he's still alive. The staining is still there in his wool, but it's dry. It's not wet staining. So he'll be alright. Uncomfortable, but alright. You can stay there. Well, if you're going to be lazy. They've eaten that lot. Just when I've got a spare bag in there. You ready? Hey? Let's go. Now we're talking. Warmer sunshine, light breeze. That's gonna dry it. Where are you? Come on, you. There you go. Go on. Well, I've got to have the aircon on. It's for the dog, isn't it? It's not for me. It's for her. Right then. You've got stuck in your eyebrow now. More seeds. I got it. I got it. Okay. Let's get cracking. What was that? You want the aircon on? Alright. It's for the dog. Not me. You know, that really is warm. So, remember that tap I was talking about the other day on the side of the engine block that turns off the hot water to the heating? And I didn't turn it off at the time because I didn't need to. I suddenly feel the need. Just got to get this retaining pin out on it. We don't want that in there. Okay. I think the top link needs to come out a bit. Okay, so I want these tines literally just to touch the floor. If I can pull them around by hand, we should be okay. May need a bit more adjustment, we'll see. Okay, so we are going to go into 540 economy. So we do not need the full 80 or 90 horsepower at the PTO to run that machine. So we can use this on a lower revs, save the planet. So far so good. So no signs of any damp on the tyres at all, not that I expected it. Although it was a fairly dewy morning this morning, the dew was pretty much gone by 10:30. But I didn't cut this until 3-4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So it didn't do any harm to leave it for a few extra hours today. I mean, the crop is patchy out here. This field has never grown the best of anything. It's a kind of okay. You can chuck fertilizers and stuff at it and it does the job, but right, we're picking everything up. I'm just going to short the top link one turn. I'm only leaving a little bit down, but I'd rather turn it off. That's better.
Shuffle my feet, you'll never get the best of me. Your sticks and your stones are what I used to build a home. And I may have sleepless nights, but I enjoy the moonlight. I collided with the earth and met my maker in the eyes. I should have turned away, but I stayed. I collided with the earth and met my maker in the eyes. I should have turned to go, but my love trembled. Pitch black, I open my eyes up. I see life for the first time. Hey, you got something to say. I wouldn't listen anyway. I may have to change my name. Never know me like you say. Sometimes it almost hurts, but you're not really worth a thought. I hope you know, never gonna see me low. You're never gonna run me down, 'cause you're just a king without a crown. I hope you know, never gonna see me low. Never gonna run me down. You're just a king without a crown. There's a couple ways you can get away from a bad situation. You were sing so nice, but you ended up in nice, and I couldn't get away from you. I saw when I dodged your trap and you fell like a man. So long, gonna put my head down, 'cause there's no turning back now. 'Cause 'cause there's no coming back now. Put my head down, shuffle my feet. You'll never get the best of me. Yardsticks and stones are what I used to build a home. And I may have sleepless nights, but I enjoy them all.
You'll never get the best of me.
I collided with the earth and met my maker in the eyes. I should have turned away, but I stayed. I collided with the earth and met my maker in the eyes. I should have turned to gold, but I love trouble, trouble.
And some of you think farmer's life is glamorous. That's it. It is 20 to 4 and this piece is done. Just one little bit to go. Well, I've got to fold that up first. It won't go for the gate otherwise. But it's certainly not the heaviest crop I've ever had out there. I think the cold beginning of the year really knocked that back up there. And of course we put all that fertiliser on there, lost the nitrogen element of it, and yeah, it really shows. So it's a shame, but there is still time if the weather's kind to us and we can get a second bit of fertiliser on there once that's greened up. There is a chance that we might yet get our quota of bales off that field. This little piece, mind, never ceases to amaze me how much grass we get out here. It's 1.8 acres and we regularly get between 6 and 8 bales out here, and I put nothing on it. We take a crop off of it every year, sometimes 2, never put anything on it, yeah, it still keeps skipping. Alright, here we go. This happens sometimes. Go to engage, nothing happens. The only way you can do it is I leave it in gear, obviously it's not spinning. Engine off. Count to 5. 5. Start it up, light flashes, off. Away it goes. This tractor, although it is what, 17 years old, it's still got 2 ECU computer brains in it. Just occasionally when you go and do a switch or whatever else, it don't work and you have to just do a reboot. So it's not the end of the world. It's never ever not worked, it's just not always worked first time. That one's done too. Oh, I am ready for a cup of tea. I am parched. I found a bottle of drink in here, but I think it's been here 6 months, so I decided against it. Right, so I checked the water level again this morning when I topped them off with diesel, and this morning tractor hadn't lost anything from when I started topping the day. So whether or not it was actually just the radiator cap and nothing else, but now we've done a couple of hours work up to temperature. If it's going to be leaking water, I'll be doing it now. So there will be a puddle under here because of the aircon, but I'm not interested in a puddle at the back here. I just want to know what's going on, if anything's leaking out around the engine bay. Fingers crossed it's not. Right, come on then. Come on, come on. How are we looking? Well, I don't think it's leaking. Or if it is, it's tiny. Nothing there, nothing there. Nope. Nothing in there either. Maybe it cured itself. You steal my dog?
I got it down, I hit the dog.
Hey? What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?
Look at his foot.
Hey?
These are the windows, you've got to get out.
We don't really encourage things like that, do we? Stupid little cars.
You